Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Tuesday evening. It's a quiet evening here, just me and the cat. We have both been fed, so the world is a happy place. This evening I am talking about getting used to things. I just had a look in the cupboards. What I have done this week is I have booked an online shop for Friday night for when we get home. And I'm actually been very organised in that I have put the things that I need on it already so that we can just top it up as we go. At the moment it's got, excuse me, it's got oatmeal and dishwasher tablets. A couple other things that I can't remember. But looking at the cupboards, I actually have a shelf clear in one of my cupboards. I haven't had that in years. And it's quite interesting to see what we have gone through. I got quite a surprise when I realised how much of the pressure canned chicken we had gone through. But we don't seem to have gone through the pressure canned minced beef. So I shall be sorting that out. That's what we're going to be using for the bolognese, the shepherd's pie, etc. for the next while. And then I will redo the pressure canning. So looking at updating my shelves definitely gave me a bit of surprise as to what we've gone through and what we don't. My other update has been for my phone. There was a big update on my Android phone, and I just let it do it recently. Then I had to stick it back on charge so that I could do this video. And it's got all these shortcut options and hit this if you want to. And I'm like, I just want it back to the way it was. I'm not good at this. It's like my computer, I only just updated it to Windows 11 recently. And the only reason I did that is because in my new job, the computer had Windows 11. So I sort of learned that as part of my job. So then I could put my own computer onto Windows 11 because I know how it works now, basically. I know the basics. That's as far as it goes. But it's surprising how little updates, if you're not involved in them when they happen, things like my car, when I bought the car, I couldn't work the handbrake because it doesn't have a handbrake handle. It has a button that you push down and pull up. I had to ask the man we were buying the car from how to work the handbrake before we took it out in a test drive. That did not make me feel very clever, I have to say. But yeah, it's amazing how all these little things, just to keep yourself updated. So I'm hoping to make sure I understand my phone. It'll be going back on charge once I do this video. But once it's charged up a bit, I will have a look at it and just see what changes have been made and if there's anything different to what I use on a regular basis. I know just when I was setting up the video, it was like, oh, there's these shortcut buttons. Like, I don't want shortcut buttons. I want to just hit the two buttons that I used to hit. Can't be doing with this, do it differently. I'm presuming that's because I'm getting old and grumpy, but hey, what can I say? But I also wanted to say thank you so much for all the comments yesterday. Obviously, this planning for the future is something that's going to take quite a bit of research, quite a bit of study, and quite a bit of planning. So, make my best. I'm ignoring it for now, and I will have a look at it again at the weekend because there's too much to go into my brain just now. I still have to work and get things sorted, so I don't want to overpower my brain and have lots of things going on in it. I'd rather get myself settled with pen and paper, old school, and jot down my thoughts and your thoughts so that I can definitely look at planning. But I did want to say, somebody said about retirement flats. We absolutely will not, under any circumstances, be looking at a retirement flat, because a few years ago I read about that with you buy a retirement flat And there was a couple of people that they'd spoken to whose parents had bought the retirement flat, their parents had passed, and they couldn't sell the flat. And while the flat was on the market, they were still having to pay the service fees, which of course were going up every year. And I think they were 3 years in by this time. So yeah, that is definitely not something that will be happening. Kathleen is 30 years younger than me. She's not due to retire anytime soon after me. So yeah, that will not be happening. But thank you for noting that, just to let me say that for other people. It's certainly not something I would be looking at. So yeah, that's been my day. My thumb is better now. As I said this morning, it got a good scalp this morning. That was quite interesting in an alarming sort of way. But thankfully I've got the brace here with the steel bar that goes up, you know, from your wrist to your thumb. So that kept it stable until I got to work. So yeah, hopefully we're all good, but we are certainly never doing that again. All right, I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you later.